screen to the other side. So we'll see what's going on here. See what kind of trades or what kind of whatever we could do here. Well, gotta adjust this. Okay, see what we got going. So maybe I'll, just in case, let's see. Maybe add some more to the, maybe I'll add just in case to the gold. Gold's doing okay. Maybe I'll queue in some orders. I'm not sure if it'll let me do in partial orders for the gold. It might ask me to do the whole amount, possibly. Oh, actually, it did let me just queued it for tomorrow. That's awesome. That's good. I'm gonna try to adjust this thingy a little bit better because it's kind of not working the greatest, but let's see what I could do here. Make it a tiny bit better, hopefully make it a little bit more better visible type deal. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, I got some gold queued in for Monday. Maybe get some Tesla queued in for Monday. See what that does. The Tesla, what do you call it? Leverage Tesla deal. Maybe get a tiny bit more of that thingy. Maybe queue in like $3 worth of that thingy for Monday. I think that'll be worth it. Okay, then after that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to find another stock to add to my portfolio. Maybe do this one. I think that one might be decent. Might add that one to it. Let's see. Top stocks to trade. I think that's gonna be a good one. So I'll go to that one. So I added GE for the top stocks to trade. So I'm gonna look at the chart for a tiny bit. I think it should start going up a tiny bit, like in a little bit, so I think it might be worth it. Look at the Bollinger Band and everything. Yeah, I think it's about time it should start kind of moving up a little bit more. So just in case, I might queue in some orders for this thingy. See, buy maybe for now, just to kind of keep track of it, I'll add $10 to it. I think might be a decent thing to hold for a little bit, and then I'll add some more as needed type deal. But I think for now this is kind of sort of halfway good enough type deal. I think it should work. That definitely sort of kind of halfway for sure. It should kind of work, I think. Okay, now since I got those, so the portfolio is kind of bouncing around today because I don't have too much stuff. So that's like a tiny bit of crypto that it's kind of bouncing around in that form. But like that, you can see the different time frames, like how it kind of bounces around, but it consistently keeps on going up type deal. So I think that's a good thing, sort of halfway. So in that case, I could keep on adding some orders and some stuff. I think I'll add a tiny bit to the Shiba. I think that one is gonna start doing good eventually, so I might like buy, and like for now I'll add $5 to that one, some of the Shiba Inu. I think that might be sort of kind of halfway worth it for now, you know, because this is crypto stuff. I could execute this and it'll be 100% done, purchased, and all good type deal, you know. So I'll get a tiny bit of that one. See, it says SHIB order failed, so I pretty much bought SHIB, so that's good. Let's see, maybe go to the next one. After SHIB, I'll probably add a tiny bit to the Ethereum. I think that one's sort of worth it. Hell yeah, buy some humble Ethereum. Add another 5 to it, you know, $5 bill, you know. It makes a small difference, but it's like a pretty good difference type deal. I think it's worth it. You know, after Shiba, let's see, add another one here. 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 to 100 to 150 to 200 to 400 to 500 to 600 to 700 to 800 to 900 to 1000 to 2000 to 3000 to 4000 to 5000 to 6000 to 7000 to 8000 to 9000 to 100 to 150 to 200 to 300 to 400 to 500 to 600 to 700 to 800 to 900 to 1000 to 2000 to 3000 to 4000 to 5000 to 6000 to 7000 to 8000 to 9000 to 100 to 150 to 200 to 300 to 400 to 500 to 600 to 700 to 800 to 900 to 1000 to 2000 to 3000 to 4000 to 5000 to 6000 to 7000 to 8000 to 9000 to 100 to 150 to 200 to 300 to 400 to 500 to 600 to 700 to After Shiba, maybe definitely some Bitcoin. Maybe add $5 of Bitcoin. Because I think eventually, like in a year from now, the Bitcoin is gonna be like $200,000 worth for one Bitcoin. So I think it's kind of sort of halfway worth it. So I add $5 to that. Just kind of in case, just for the heck of it. I think it's good. I think it's kind of sort of worth it a little bit. Okay, nice. Got some Bitcoin. Let's see what else here. XRP. I think that one's worth it. It's kind of a high price ish. It's like in the middle price range, but I think I could add a tiny bit to that one for sure. I think it might be worth it. I'll probably add like for right now. I'll just add $10 to it, but I think it's a good decent number to add. So probably do that. $10 worth of it for now. Okay, that's good. Order filled. Okay, then maybe some of the Doge thing. That one's kind of looks like it's dipping. I think that might be worth it. Add a tiny bit of Doge. When I look at the charts, I think eventually the Department of Government Efficiency, but it's not that. But it's flipping Doge. It's a crypto, what do you call it, meme coin type deal. But I think it might be kind of worth it. Like looking at this, I think eventually should start going back up like crazy. So I think I could get for sure quite a bit of it. I think might be worth it. So for right now, I'm gonna get like $10 worth of this thingy. Just $10, nothing crazy, nothing super insane, just a tiny bit. I think it's worth it, dollar cost averaging at the right time. I think it makes a difference. Like kind of sort of halfway a big difference for sure it's gonna make. Okay, that's filled. That's good. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I added to some crypto. This one here, they discontinued this stock. I can't trade it. See, one share, it says 0. If I click on trade, they don't let me do that, so I can't do that with this. But that's fine. I got a whole bunch that I actually could do stuff with. So, and the price still keeps on bouncing around at a decent area. So these are some of the, what do you call it, contracts I got. These are option contracts. I got a whole bunch of these. So for Monday, I might like do some things with the contracts that I got. But like, let's see, lift call. The lift call deal here. So I got this one. This is the lift call sell. That means this one. It's kind of like a poor man's covered call type deal. I have a whole bunch of call buys, and this is just a call sell, just to kind of leverage a tiny bit. So like I'm like kind of down a tiny bit on that one, but it's not too bad. I do have some, what do you call it, some of the SoFi calls. I got like 3 or 4 of them. Then plus I have over 100 shares of the SoFi. I think the SoFi stock in general, that one's going to be going up like crazy. I got quite a bit of it. Like if you see on the options, I have multiple option calls on this one. They're doing pretty good. And then the shares I have 111 shares, 0.1. And I keep on adding to it because see, it keeps on going up. And I think with the earnings, I think the stock is going to go up like crazy, like quite a bit. So like sometimes just for the heck of it, like I add orders to it just for it to be queued in for Monday. I think that's a good bet for sure. Obviously it won't execute 100% right now, but it says your market order to buy $7 of SoFi is queued for market open, which is going to be Monday. So I'm kind of making sure I add some, whatever's needed, that's kind of like planning ahead a tiny bit. So yeah, that's good. And then like so far I'm betting on it pretty decent. I have like shares and call options and a whole bunch of stuff on that. Lyft is a decent one. I used to have a whole bunch of Lyft. I still have some Lyft calls. I'm gonna add some more. I'll probably buy like some more shares of it. So I'll probably buy, not this thing because that's options. Go to this and buy some more shares of it. Maybe for now I'll just switch this into like buying shares just in case, just for the heck of it. I think doesn't matter what price range is gonna execute it at or get filled at, but I'll probably get like 2 shares of it just in case. I think for sure might be better than nothing, so I think that's gonna be a decent one. So I'll do a tiny bit of that one. Let's see what else here. Mr. Carson, what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin's pretty decent. Like I keep on like trying to dollar cost average. At least kind of started to do that. Let's see. Right here, I don't have much of it, but like I think eventually, like I said earlier in this live stream, I think eventually it's gonna start going up like crazy. I think like close to the end of next year. See where it's at, like 111,000. I think close to the end of next year, it's gonna be like 200,000, like about like that price range. So that's why I added a tiny bit to it. I'm gonna keep on adding to it a little bit here and there, but like anytime right now, like whenever you can, like not throw everything in, because just in case if it dips a tiny bit, you could add some more. But definitely, it's a worth it one to get for the long term. It's kind of like cyber gold, like it's like a new modern currency that's getting more value here and there a tiny bit. So I think it's pretty decent. I think it's worth it. I bought about 20 pounds worth of Bitcoin. Oh, nice. 20 pounds. That's a good place to start. That's not bad. That's awesome. That's hell yeah. So yeah. So far, what I'm doing kind of works, because if you look at the chart, like wherever it's at, like it's going up and down like crazy. But this is like what my portfolio is doing, type thing. So far, it's doing okay. So far it's kind of going up. So I had a little dip there at one point, but like it went back up. So and then let's see. If you look at the take home stuff, like it's not doing too bad either. This past month I made $3,174. It's take home. That's what I sold at a profit type deal. Year to date, because I recently started, it's not a long time. I made 5,689. That's take home. That's what I sold at a profit and was able to take home type deal. Just tiny little humble trade. So you see here, for 1 week, take home profit is $609. For 1 month, it's $3,174. 3 months worth, it's 4,649. It's not much. It's a little bit, but this is like my like side hustle type deal, like side job. It's not like the main thing that I do. Just something that I do kind of for fun, just to collect extra money a little bit. I use Robinhood too, but I can't invest in a lot of companies because I am in the UK. Oh, you're in the United Kingdom. Okay, okay, makes sense. That makes sense. But still, whatever companies like that like make sense to invest in, like it's kind of like a no-brainer to kind of invest. But yeah, like there's a lot of companies that like we could invest in here in the States, but like I just try to invest into the things that I think that are worth it type deal. Like right now, like on a SoFi is the one I'm betting on a lot. Like the earnings are coming up. I think they're coming Tuesday or something like that. So before the market opens, so I'm trying to get a lot more of that. I got like I said, lots of shares that I bought. I have like call options. Got a whole bunch in that, but I'm trying to add a tiny bit more here and there just to kind of dollar cost average up at the moment because it's going up. So regardless, for the long run, this is worth it, because in the near future, there's probably gonna be like a $40 stock within now and like maybe 3 months, and then by the end of next year, it's gonna be like $100 stock ish, somewhere around there. So for me, it's like kind of a no brainer to keep on adding some more. Like I think it's a decent buy, like a very easy trade to do type deal. You know, and I'm just kind of sharing the trades that I'm doing and some of the plans that I have with some of these stocks and kind of stuff like that. You know, this one's a pretty decent one too. I made quite a bit of money. Like I sold out at a profit, so I'm starting to dollar cost average into this one some more. That NVDA semiconductor. See, any suggestions on what to invest in for the long term? Well, for the long term, what I'm thinking, like SoFi for the long term, like I would definitely do that one, because like I said, nothing's 100% guaranteed, but from what it looks like, SoFi is a good one. Tesla, I think long term is a good one. Short term, it's pretty crazy. It's going up and down like crazy. It's volatile. But for sure, SoFi, Tesla, I think that's the one that's gonna go like the crazy highest type deal, one of the fastest growing, because it's in so many things, so much different sectors and stuff like that. So that one's gonna probably go like high like crazy. and I'm actually in that one right now. But I have that like TSLL, the leverage Tesla, that even the riskier one right here. See, this is the one I got right here, and that's leverage. That's like if Tesla goes up 1%, this one goes up 2%. If Tesla goes down 1%, this one goes down 2%. So it's a riskier one, but for me it's worth it. I'm short term down on it, but I collected some money on the what do you call it? On the cash secured or calls, on the covered calls. I collected some premiums on that one, so that's not bad. And I, like I said, like we have over 200 shares of that one, so probably be adding a little bit here and there to that one too. I think it's worth it, but like it's one of them risky ones, but I think that's one of the ones that are gonna go high like crazy. So I keep on adding like random amounts to that because I think for sure it's worth it long term. So like when the market opens, a whole bunch of these orders will be coming in if they'll feel if that price hits. Hopefully it hits. We'll see what happens, I guess. uh, but yeah, for definitely for long term, SoFi is good. Uh, Tesla is good. Tesla's more risky, but I think it's good. The quantum computing stocks are good, like the QUBT and some of the other ones. Novitas, I think this is a pretty decent one. Like I made a lot of money on this, like short term, like buying and selling. Adding a tiny bit more to this one. I think it's a decent one. So I'll probably keep on adding some to this here and there. Like it's because just recently, and what do you call it? NVDA invested multiple billions of dollars into this company. So they're kind of trying to make a infinite money glitch by supporting each other and making each other grow like crazy. So I'm definitely adding like quite a bit to this one. Like for me, it's like a no-brainer. Short term, it could still go down a tiny bit, but long term, I think it's gonna be going up like crazy. So I think it's worth it for me, like for sure. So I'll be adding a tiny bit more of that one to that. Okay. Any suggestion? Long term, yeah, that's for the long term. Like I have a whole bunch of stocks. Some of them I kind of add a little bit more into, dollar cost averaging as they kind of keep on doing their thing, and then later like I sell it at a profit, but like kind of see what they're doing and see which one's worth to add more money into and whatever. So like ends up being some of them that ends up being like day trades once the markets open. Some of them end up being like swing trades, depending on what stock is where it's sitting at type deal. So it's like a pretty interesting form of trading because like I do everything. I kind of what do you call it? I do day trading, I do swing trading, I do options trading, I do a tiny bit of crypto trading. Like I have a whole bunch of mix of different stuff here, which is kind of funny. But I guess it makes it more interesting. Costco's a good one. Like when I see a stock that's kind of going down and it's a good stock, good company, might as well throw a tiny bit more money in there because people will keep on using Costco. People have memberships, it's a easy trade. I could easily add like, for now, like even fractional shares, just $10 right now. Down the road is gonna go up. You could always sell at a profit, but like some things like that, like pretty simple, pretty easy buys type deal. It's like super no-brainer type deal. See, I really like the idea of investing small amounts because of in 1 to 5 years it spikes. You are minted. Yeah, like these are small amounts here and there for now, especially when market's kind of not open. For crypto, it's open. I could trade that 24/7, but for companies like this, I think it's just safer to add a tiny bit here and there, and then to kind of see where they're at, where they're sitting, and to get some little amounts queued in for market open. I think it's smart. Like last time I did that, I made a lot of money. Like orders were coming in, it was bouncing back up as soon as it did, so it was pretty nice. I was able to make quite a bit of money like that. Well, like most people don't do that, but I think for me it's pretty interesting. It's pretty nice. Maybe I'll invest a tiny bit to the elf. I gotta support the elves. They're Santa's helpers. I gotta make sure I donate some money to them. Make sure I'm not on Santa's naughty list. I gotta make sure I support the elves. Gotta make sure they're paid sort of halfway a little bit. I'm kind of joking with that. It's not elves. It's actually the beauty company that sells makeup. But like I'm just saying, support the elves. It's kind of being weird, but yeah, that's makes it a bit more interesting. Support the elves. They're gonna be working hard like crazy. Pay them something. Oh, that's funny. AVGO, that's a good one. That's I made some money on that one. I keep on adding to that one. I think I'll add a tiny bit to that one, just a little bit more. But yeah, definitely support the flipping elves. You know. Okay, add like $3 more to this thingy, just in case, just for the heck of it. I think it's kind of worth it. Okay, after Broadcom, that one's for sure is a good one for long term. It's gonna keep on going up like super crazy high. See, what type of companies are you investing? That the ones you invest some amounts. Well, like it's kind of hard to tell. These are the ones like that I have that are. I know what you're talking about, like big amounts, but for me, it's kind of hard to tell. I could show you all of them. I think I got like 55 of them right here. Let's see. SoFi, I have the bigger one of the bigger amounts. I got like, see, I got 111 shares of that one. So I'm up, as you can see, there's profits on that one, but I'm waiting for that to go up a lot more, to collect more. So, uh, yeah, small amounts, but yeah. SoFi is the one I have a little bit more in. I got like I sell them once they go up in the profit enough. I sell a lot of them, like depending on where they're at and where they sit at. Like Tesla, the Tesla leveraged. I bought some more of this one. I keep on adding to this one. So like I said, this Tesla goes up 1%. This goes up 2%. Tesla goes down 1%. This one goes down 2%. So in this one, I got a whole bunch more in the other ones, but like certain ones. And I have lots of options contracts, and these options contracts, like between all of these options contracts for the companies that I bought, like that's thousands of dollars worth of options contracts. So see, and I usually have some more money saved for like when the market dips. See right here, buying power, it says $18,384.79. That's the buying power. That's like I kind of have a little bit of money just in case if the market dips a little bit. You got to make sure you have enough to throw in the stock market, to where you could then make that money grow like crazy, like to have all your money like 100% invested in all at the same time. It's not the smartest. Long term, you'll do okay, but you got to be ready for the dips and the market crashes and stuff like that to be able to grab some more when it's down type deal. So that's kind of like what I have. Try to keep at least some amount for that type deal. What is the most you earned from investing a small amount? The most from a small amount, like not much. I probably made like a few thousand, maybe on like $1,000 trade, or like I can't remember exactly, but like I think the most I made in one day in options, I think it's like 17,000 plus, something like that in one day. But that was last year, and I was actually kind of learning by myself. So yeah, like it's sometimes like a normal amount. Sometimes I do like $1,000. Sometimes I'm actually don't make anything in a day. Sometimes I lose money in a day. But it's always different. It's the stock market. It's never the same. Like you just got to be ready for everything in the stock market. Sometimes I'm down. Sometimes I'm up. Sometimes, as long as you're up in the long run, that's the main thing that matters. Type thing. I just added a tiny bit more of this one. I think this one's gonna keep on going up. Didn't add it. I have it queued in for market open. I might add a tiny bit more of this one. I have it queued in for market open. I probably get a tiny bit more of this one. The GE. Let's see. I said small. LOL, not 1,000. You invest in crypto too? Yeah, Mike Smith. I have a little bit of crypto. Like on Robinhood, I have a little bit. Like I sometimes add little bit here and there. I have like more on the crypto.com and on Coinbase. Like right here, see, I got these. As you can see, the numbers they're not that high. I don't have too much in it, but I add a little bit here and there. And I'll probably keep on adding some. And then like once one goes up like crazy, I cash it out and wait for it to go down and then buy some more of it. So kind of like day trading, swing trading, depending on what the crypto does. But for right now, today I added some to this. a little bit, a few dollars here and there type deal. But like I said, on Robinhood, like I don't have too much. I got Coinbase where I have some more crypto, and then I got crypto.com where I have some more crypto on that. But like, so I added some of that. And then I'm trying to see what other gold. I'm trying to put some more into gold because I think long term gold is a good one. Like a year from now, gold's gonna be like for sure like 20-30% higher than where it's at right now. So it's like a safe place to park some of your money, and like at least it'll grow somewhat. Like put some money in, then in a year you get 30% more on what you put in. So it's for me, it's like a no-brainer, like an easy trade. I keep on adding to that one, so it's like nothing's gonna happen to that. It's a good stable currency type deal. Way worth it. Same thing with silver. Silver's a little bit more risky than gold, but it's still pretty decent. It's like a metal that's being used a lot. Like still jewelry and in tech and like everything. Like the silver's used a lot. So obviously, if you get that, that doesn't hurt. At all. It's pretty decent. So I usually here and there add some. Then when kind of goes up like crazy, I sell all of it, like or sometimes most of it, and then keep on buying it back when it's kind of low again type deal. Because with a small portfolio, you gotta add where it's safe, where it's needed, like at the most bottom, at the lowest point. Then once it goes up quite a bit, then you gotta kind of sell it, take profit. You gotta make sure you take profit somewhere because you don't want to give it back to the stock market, you know. Because I think I showed earlier, I don't make much money because this is not like the main thing that I do for a living. I do like tile work and construction work. But see, this is take home profits for a week, $609 that I sold for a profit. This is 1 month's profits that I sold out, and collected and held 3,174. 3 months, and it keeps on going. It's like in the profit. I think that's the main thing that counts, that matters. It's not a lot. It's a small amount, but like I said, I just do this kind of for fun, as a hobby, and just collect extra money, just for the heck of it. Like I said, then if I click on this, week, it's not much. Month, 3 months, year to date, you can see it kind of goes up. It doesn't go down. The main thing that it goes up, that you're not losing money. That's all that matters. You got to make sure you don't lose money in the stock market. These are the option contracts I got over here. So yeah, gold is up 50% over the last year. There's no way it's guaranteed to go up 30 again. That's just misinformation. Thing is, it might not go 30%, but that's my prediction. I think it will. For me, that's worth it. That's why I keep on buying it. But for the most part, like I buy it, like I said, I kind of swing trade, day trade. I buy it, and I sell it once it's at a profitable enough area. I just sell it at a profit. But that's like my prediction, 20 to 30%. I think that's where it's gonna be. Still, it's not a guarantee. Nothing in the stock market, nothing's really a guarantee. So I'm just kind of saying the things that I kind of what I see, what I predict. It doesn't mean the funny thing is, the total opposite could happen, and there's a chance of that happening. Like who knows? Maybe a weird thing is gonna happen. Gold's gonna go down like 50%. And it's still a possibility. It's still a stock market. You know, anything could really happen. So for the most part, you just got to be ready for everything type deal. That's what I think, kind of. Like yeah, like Nike, like I started to add a tiny bit to that one. I don't have much in it, but like I'm adding a little bit to it here and there, tiny amounts. And if I see it dip some more, I'll add some more. But like, yeah, and also like I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. Like this is like my hobby. I just do trades and I kind of document some of the things I do on YouTube. So yeah, nothing what I say is financial advice. It's just the things what I do, and the things what I think a certain stock or company will do type deal. Like nothing major, just simple, basic, humble little things that I do. Like that, like getting some crypto here and there. A tiny bit of Ethereum, I think it's kind of worth it. But just nothing major, nothing crazy. But like I said, regardless, like I like buying like some of the stuff like gold and silver for sure. Like I said, nothing's a guarantee. That's what I kind of predict. I think it's probably going to be 30% higher, but I'm not aiming for that long of a shot. At least I'm aiming for it to go like higher in a few days and collect some profits and then let it go down and then buy some more like when it's going to be down like lower quite a bit. That's kind of like what I'm doing here with this thingy. So, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna find the gold deal thingy again here if I could find it. So there's silver, and silver is more risky than gold. Like it's more volatile, more risky. Gold is a tiny bit safer. Mr. Carism. I think I will stick to the original Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pretty good. Like I said, like that thing's pretty awesome. That's like the modern gold. That's like the cyber gold right now, the Bitcoin, and you could buy and sell stuff with that too. So that's pretty cool. Like I kind of see it pretty cool. I want to keep on adding to that thingy quite a bit. Actually, I think it's pretty nice. It's pretty decent. Like definitely a good currency to have. For me, it's like very interesting. I definitely want to add some more to that. Let's see, where is Bitcoin? Actually, like apart from Bitcoin, sometimes what I do, I go and trade the ETF. For example, if I go to like trading stocks, I go to type in BITX, BITX. That's Bitcoin leverage right here. And sometimes I use that. I buy that. I'm not sure if I have any like I have a tiny bit of that. See, I already have like a little bit of amount of that. But what this thing does, it's in the ETF, like in the stock market, not in the crypto category. It's a ETF, but it follows Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up 1%, this one goes up 2%, like your holdings. Bitcoin goes down 1%, this ETF goes down 2% type deal. Like it does double what Bitcoin does. So I have quite a bit of this. I might add some more to this one because in the short run, like the up and down, the volatility, you can make quite a bit of money. And I think right now it's a good buying opportunity for this thing. So I'll for sure add a tiny bit of this. For me, it's like definitely worth it. So I'll add some of this to that. The thing is, I don't do these live streams like often because, like I said, like this is not the main thing that I do. Like sometimes when I get a chance, I document the things that I do with my trades, but like I had a tiny little break from work, tiny little vacation. So I'm starting work back on Monday, so I'm not sure if I'll have time to do a lot of trading like live, but I'll try to fit it in when I can. Maybe I'll try to squeeze like an hour or a half hour of what I do in my trades in the morning. I'll try to squeeze something in. But like I said, it's gonna be hard because like I do construction work, I do tile work, and this is just like a side hustle, like side gig, kind of for fun, make some extra money type deal. Definitely add some to the silver. But yeah, I'll probably be busy working, so I might not be able to do a lot of these live streams. I've done quite a bit recently, but I do the live streams just to kind of document like the trades that I do instead of like writing it down on a notebook. I kind of record it, and if somebody could learn something out of what I do, it's a plus. But mainly for like unlimited memory for my trades. I could go back and see what I did right, see what I did wrong. And rinse and repeat what works type deal. Like pretty basic stuff type deal. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Long Bitcoin right now. Nice, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome, Chris. How do you change it to candlesticks? Oh, how do I change it to candlesticks? For example, let's see. I'll click at a random one. Like on this thingy, I think you go to either not that. Let's see. Not that. I think you go to this and then you switch it. Let's see this thing. No, it's that. Let's see that over here. This is this thing. When you go in the chart, then you go in here. Then you could switch it to candlesticks, line bars. You could switch it to whatever you want. Like I have mine's more like on the candlesticks, but over here you could switch it to whatever type thing that you want to switch it to. But for now, I just have it on candlesticks. So if you go to the thing over here on top here, it says right here on the upper top, you click that, and then you could choose whatever you want to use on Robinhood. So that's kind of like what I'm using right now. So yeah, and right now I'll probably, like I said before, for I don't know who was here or not, I'm trying to get some more of the SoFi also. SoFi, I'm trying to get some more Tesla. So see, like I got a whole bunch of shares of this one. It keeps on going up. I'm in the profit. I try to keep on adding some more to this because I know it's gonna kind of keep on going up. Probably like I add random amounts here and there, but yeah, it's like pretty cool. And yeah, and still keeps on bouncing around that price range. And I'll show you guys like my office. It's kind of messy. See, like my office over there. I could trade on the computer, but I'm trying to trade on my tablet. On my what do you call it, tablet? I think it's better to trade. I got my drinks, my water, a whole bunch of wires and stuff like that. A whole bunch of crazy stuff. Some coffee. I got some coffee. I gotta drink some coffee when I trade. When I make my plans. Some honey, some raw honey. That's awesome. Some tea, green tea, chamomile tea, roasted dandelion tea, like a whole bunch of stuff. It is still working because I almost ended the live stream. Hope, okay, it's still running. That's good. Like it almost ended actually. I'm recording with my iPhone 17 Pro Max, and like I pressed the side button and almost messed it all up. That's funny. Well, yeah, it's the printer thingy. That's the office. Pretty basic, pretty Stone Age. That's me on the office chair. You could see in the mirror. Just basic, simple clusterfuck of a mess in the office. But yeah, and I'm humbly trading on a tiny little tablet. Super Stone Age technology. Like so Stone Age. But I guess as long as it works, it does the thing. I think that's all that matters. People like, what the hell. But yeah, pretty humble stuff a little bit, and it is what it is. I gotta take a sip of my coffee, my Marvel cup coffee. Marvel's pretty cool, pretty chill. So good. Hell yeah. Stone Age office, yummy coffee, humble trades, cool stuff. Cool mug. Thanks, man. Yeah, I drink from it all the time. I love it. Thanks. Oh yeah, like so I buy stocks. I try to get them at the lowest possible, and then I try to sell them close to the top. You can't really predict the very top, but like I try to sell them at the top as much as possible for the most part. But yeah, so most of my trades they're kind of a short term to somewhat long term, but like as long as I try to sell at a profit, for the most part. That's kind of like what I try to do. Probably add a tiny bit to the lift. That one's gonna be going up like crazy. So I'll probably add like $3 for that one right now. Oh, this one doesn't allow limit orders. Okay, that's weird. Maybe buy a full share. Oh, I get it. It's because I clicked on the flipping option. I gotta go click on the this thing itself. I can't trade options right now. But yeah, I try to get stocks at the low price, and then once they go high enough, I sell them at a profit type deal. And like SoFi calls, I got a whole bunch. I got like one SoFi call, SoFi lift call. I got like some plug. I got some SoFi call. I got open call, a couple buys. Like I have a whole bunch of options here, like a whole bunch. But obviously, I can't trade or can't really do much with the options on the weekend. So I get some crypto on the weekend, whatever I can, whatever I think is worth it, and then I add some to the stocks, like have it queued in for Monday for the market open. and then eventually once that price hits, I get executed and filled into those stocks. Which last time I did that was very successful. Like it got in for like a nice price, and then it bounced back up. Like pretty much most of them made like instant, like immediate profits for me. So it was pretty nice. It was pretty worth it. What's the cheapest leap run? The cheapest leap run. Well, right now the cheapest leap, like right now I have Lyft. I think the ones that are gonna most likely pay out, I think it's the Lyft. It's not that expensive, and that one's gonna be like let me see if I go look at the options. Trade option. Lyft is a good one because that one's gonna be like $30 within like now and like roughly 3 months or end of year. So let's see, even if you get something like, let's see, maybe this one, the one that's for most likely like 99% like to make profit. I think buy, call. I think if you get something like this, it's not that expensive. Right here, if you get something like this, you could definitely make a lot of money on that one. This, as long as the delta is like 7 something. Let's see, this one's that one's pretty close, so it's not too bad. Like this one would be pretty nice. It's only like 700 some dollars. Buy. So this leaps is $765. But if Lyft will go to $30, which is pretty most likely it will, you can make like thousands of dollars just on this one play, just to if you let it ride up to like $30. So you could turn your $765 into like roughly 2-3 grand, like within like 2-3 months type deal, within now and 2-3 months. And I have like 3 or 4. I'm not sure. I have some leaps on the Lyft, so that's one of the ones I have. I can't do it right now because the market's closed. And also I have the leaps on the SoFi. Let's see, go to SoFi. That's Lyft. And also I have leaps on the SoFi. It's not that expensive. For the SoFi, it's kind of risky right now because the earnings are coming up, and they're gonna be more expensive. If you got into those like earlier, if you got into the SoFi calls like maybe a week or two ago, would have been a better bet. Because the closer it is to earnings, the more expensive all the calls and like options are. But in general, like I'm very bullish on the SoFi. Like you see, it's all my most of my stuff is going up like crazy. So like, but in the short term, I think it's gonna go high. But I could look and see what the price is going for on these things. I got like quite a bit. I got 3 or 4 leaps options on this, at least for right now. So let's see, check out January 15, 2027. Let's see, 17 delta roughly. That's wrong. Buy call. Let's see. Buy call. Maybe this one. See, so this one, yeah, this one's a decent one. This is a 0.73 delta. But the thing is with this, it's $1,000 for this one right now. If I was to buy it, the thing is, if SoFi is gonna go up, pretty much, I think it's a good deal. It's good. It's a good bet. But right now, it's just way more expensive, just because the earnings are like so close. So I think you still make money, but it's more risky just for the fact that the SoFi earnings are so close. You know, I got into these earlier, so like it's worth it for me because I'm in them right now. But apart from that, buying the shares themselves, it's worth it because I have over 200 shares on top of the call leaps that I got. So for me, this one's definitely a worth it one. So like, I'm quite a lot into this one. So leaps are kind of risky just because they're more expensive. You could get it if it stays the same or slightly goes up, you could be down just because of earnings. Like because they're priced higher during this time. So it's like a more riskier bet in this type of point type deal. Okay, thanks man. Plans for Monday. How to you find best stock for leaps? Well, like I just look at the companies, see kind of like what they do, like, and then I just make the best judgment decision, like whether it's worth it to buy or not. Like it's still a risk. Like stock market, everything's a risk. But I just a whole bunch of companies that I have, like I kind of try to stay on top of like the ones I want to follow more, and I kind of memorize what they do and what they're all about type deal, and then I kind of have an idea of what they should do. Just do the research, You know, SoFi, like it's a good company. It's like a online bank. Also, like it's a lending company. It lends out like money to people, like student loans, like home loans and stuff like that. Also, like they let you trade. They let you do a whole bunch of stuff. So like SoFi is a good company and it's growing super fast, like super fast, and earnings are coming up. So definitely a good trade, you know. So I got like quite a bit in that one. So if you see contract, got the one contract, this one leaps contract. See, this one expires January 21st, 2028. Long time. And if it's gonna go up, the amount that I have in this one, this market value, if it's gonna go up like next year, it's supposed to go up to like my prediction is up to like over $100. So imagine this $1,000 bill, just this one call option contract will turn into like probably roughly guessing, just rough math, $1,000 over here will turn into like $20,000. So hey, but yeah, so like in a year, that's in a year. So in a year, this could turn roughly into like around maybe 15, 20 grand. Like if it's gonna go up to like $100, you know, roughly guessing it and predicting. So for me, it's like a no-brainer stock, and I have a lot of it, and I'll probably keep on adding to it. So that's kind of like some of the plans I'm doing. But yeah. Oh, look into the Applied Digital. Let me see. I think I have some Applied Digital. Let's see. APLD. APLD. Yeah, I have some of that over here. Oh, I recently sold out at a profit. Usually what I do if it goes in a profit like quite a bit, I sell it all and then I buy back one more dollar just to kind of keep track of it and see what it does. So see in this case I sold everything at a profit. I have $1 in it left. So I don't have much, but I do think it'll do very good in the future. And I'm starting to collect a bit more of it just to later sell a bigger amount in the future. So I could definitely easily add a tiny bit more to that one. I think it's way worth it. I'll probably even add like $10 to be queued for Monday market open. I'll probably do that. That's definitely a good one. I made tons of money, like rinse and repeat type deal on this thingy. So yeah, I've got this one. I think I got like over 50 stocks in the list I'm trading. Some of them, like, I accumulate enough of it, then, like, when a big move goes up with them like crazy, and then I sell at a profit type deal, you know? So that's a good one. I have quite a bit of that one. So yeah, and I'm also kind of waiting to get the credit card from Robinhood. They still didn't like. I'm on their like wait list, but I don't know. It might take forever for me to get that, but I'm kind of waiting for that one a little bit. And then like I could also like increase my buying power. See, update borrowing power. Right now I got $1. That's a limit I set for myself, but I could remove the borrowing power so I could have a little bit more. So if the market crashes like crazy, that's probably what I would do. You know, see, I remove the buying power. So right now my buying power changed to 48,621. So like once the market dips like crazy, because right now the market's kind of unpredictable, I could just use the leverage, the margin from Robinhood and buy something like crazy and like then knowing that it's gonna go up like crazy and then sell at a nice profit at a crazy profit, you know. But for now, like I'm not sure. Like the market's like not 100% predictable. You know, everything's a risk. But I usually like to, for right now, set borrowing limits so I don't exceed. And then when I need it, I just tap into it type deal. You know, I'll set it back to like $1 for now type deal. See, I change it back to like a smaller amount. uh, Bro, Robin is just a straight line. Have you heard of a Pulsar chain here? What's Pulsar chain? What's that? I don't think I've heard of that one. Server robotics also. Yeah, I do have server robotics. That one's pretty nice. Yeah. Oh, Jose Martinez. Oh, what are you invested in? I'm invested in a whole bunch of stuff I could show you. Lift call option. That's a sell. It's a poor man's covered call I got going. That's SoFi call sell. It's another poor man's covered call I got going. Another SoFi put sell. That's a cash secured put. I'm in that one. Open 11 call. That's a sell. That's a poor man's covered call position right there. SoFi 32 call sell. That's another poor man's covered call position right now. I'm kind of hedged with those type of positions. Talk, I got some of those. I got 6 buys on that one. The kind of like long-term calls. Open call, I got some of those. SoFi, that's a buy call. I got that like a leaps, or not that long of a leaps, but like a long dated contract. BBAI, got some of that. Options. USAR, I got open. 2 buys. I got SoFi, 1 buy call. I got plug, 7 buys. Got Lyft, a call buy. Like these are the companies that are supposed to be kind of doing okay. I got SoFi, another call buy. You know, like I got a whole bunch of them. You know, and on top of the SoFi, like I'm betting big on SoFi. I got a whole bunch of shares. I got like not much, but over 100 shares of SoFi itself. So that's just on the options alone. And then I got like the crypto, not too much crypto. I bought some today. Again, I added some to that. Then these are the shares that I got. I got more apart from the options. I got shares: SoFi, NVTS, Lumen, Lyft, Grab, Open. All these you guys could read and see what I got. Like it's gonna take forever. I think I got like 56, 57, something like that. Different companies I'm in right now, so it's like quite a bit. Let's see. Any options on the SEALs, SQ, and Rintech Robotics? Thank you for showing your Robinhood, man. Some traders use other platforms, so it's kind of hard to convert on my side. You stacking XRP? You should get yourself some more XRP. Yeah, I got XRP. I'm kind of adding more to it. But thing is, I wanna, what do you call it? Like XRP right now, it's in the mid price range. Let's see where it's at. Like I don't have much of it. Like I sold at a profit earlier, but I'm starting to accumulate. There's a chance it might go down to like 180, 170 roughly. That's me roughly predicting. So I do have some. I keep on adding a little bit more to it. Like right now I could buy like add a random amount to it for now. But like there's a chance it might go down to like 170, 180, and with that amount I could throw like thousands of dollars in because I know it's going to go up like crazy. But right now it's a mid range. It's a good time to kind of get in at like a safe amount, not super huge type deal. But I'm invested in foreign right now in all of these Doge, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sheeb. And then like I got like crypto.com and I got Coinbase. I got more crypto on there. But like right now I'm just showing the Robinhood stuff for the most part type deal, you know. Let's see. You get yourself more. Oh, Pulse Chain is crypto, the best worth taking a look at. I got 1,500. Okay, wow. That's cool. You got 1,500 shares of XRP. That's awesome. Maybe I will take a look at the Pulse Chain. Let me see. See what that is. If I could find it here. Let's see, Pulse. Does it have it here? Let's see, make sure. Pulse E-Chain. PLCHAIN. Looks like I don't have it here. There's this thingy. I'm not sure if that's the same, but I don't see Pulse Chain. Isn't on exchanges yet. Is its own decentralized network. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I don't see it on here. Robinhood doesn't have it for now. Maybe they'll have it later, but they don't have it for now. Looks like. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Search online. I'll definitely take a look at it online. Once I get a chance, but like definitely wanna look into it. I'm not sure which brokerages allow you. Maybe crypto.com. Coinbase might have it. Coinbase might definitely have it. You know. Also, I made some money recently on the hymns. I'll probably like want to add a tiny bit more to that one. You know, telehealth stuff. That one's pretty decent, pretty worth it. Sometimes I add like random amounts to that one here and there. I think it's worth it. I made some option contracts on the hood on the Robinhood app itself. That was pretty good. I made some what do you call it? Poor man's covered calls on the hood on the Robinhood. I actually made quite a bit of money on that one, so that one's pretty decent. So maybe once market opens, I might make another like poor man's covered call contract or something on that one. I think might be worth it. But for now, for the heck of it, I'll probably add a tiny bit to that one. But yeah, like I made some very easy, fast money on just hood itself. Like pretty much what I'm trading on, I'm investing in, and it actually is paying off pretty good. Like I made decent money with it. Yeah, it was pretty awesome, pretty nice. All of that's awesome, awesome stuff. Let's see, and I'm definitely adding because right now, like the market is kind of unpredictable, and sometimes like I made like quite a bit of money, not much, but some money on the gold, like just rinse and repeat. It just recently was $400, so I sold at the very top, and then like once it started going back down, like I sold at the very top, like where it's 400, I sold over there at the top. Once it started going back down a little bit here and there, was going down and down. I was adding small amounts like $1, $3 bill, and right now I'm trying to add more because I think it's gonna start going back up like crazy. Because like the not like crazy, but it's gonna start going up somewhat. And I started adding a tiny bit, so I got like a couple shares, and I'm throwing some more like random amounts in there. So I'm gonna add like maybe even another $7 to it right now. Like I sold at the very top pretty much, and I'm trying to collect as much as possible at the bottom type deal. So that one's like a for sure like easy one. And I did the same thing here recently with the silver when the stock market was like all crazy and unpredictable, and like people were kind of scared a little bit. So I made the same thing on this one. It was like super high up, and like I sold like close to the very top, and I started buying some more as it started going down lower. So like for me, it's kind of worth it to add a tiny bit to that one. On its way like down a tiny bit, so it's pretty decent, pretty nice. So I like that one. And let's see, Walmart is a decent one. Walmart's the one I made lots of money on, like this right here. For right now, I don't have much like on there. Like I'm kind of dollar cost averaging down, like a tiny bit here and there. But my prediction, like for the Walmart deal, is uh, so Walmart's probably gonna go down. I'm gonna wait for the Walmart stock to go down to like maybe 100 or possibly to even $95. Let's see, a month. I'm gonna wait for the Walmart stock to go to like $95. See how high it went? It's like pretty high up type deal. So right now I'm gonna wait for that one to go down quite a bit more, and I'm gonna add more when it's like reaches like $100. Better yet, like roughly around 97. I'm gonna put a whole bunch on this one because the what do you call it? The options are so cheap you can make a lot of money fast. Because if it's gonna reach like $100, the Walmart stock, you could even do something like this one, like January 15, 2027. If you have like a good amount to invest, buy calls. Imagine do like once it's lower, obviously, but this is like an example. Do a whole bunch of these. Buy these calls. See, one call is like 1,500. You could do like maybe let's see 20 of them. 20 of them is like 30 grand. So you could make the move from like $95 to like $110, like just a rinse and repeat. You could make a lot of money just on this thing. You could turn this $30,000 into like over $100,000 type deal if you catch this move with even this leaps option type deal. So you can make a lot like money like crazy. So I've actually done a lot like just on Walmart itself because it's not that expensive of a leaps or of a option play. If you could time it right, you could make crazy money on it. And I did. It's like a boring stock, easy stock, but you could like really like crazy bank on that thingy, like crazy. So I'm kind of having my patience on that one. So I'm waiting for that one to kind of ride back down a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna lock in it like crazy and ride the wave up like crazy. Easy trade, like rinse and repeat type deal. But yeah, somebody was mentioning something about the serve robotics. I do have some of that one. I think right there, I don't have much of it. I think I might. Yeah, I just have a tiny bit. I sold out at a profit recently. I'm trying to accumulate some more of the shares of that one. So maybe just for the heck of it, I'll probably throw a tiny bit more in that one. But yeah, I do have that one. Like I said, I have so much. It's hard to keep track of all that I got here. It's like insane. It's like, let's see. I got like I don't want to count, but like last time I counted, there was like 55 or 56. That's just companies itself. That's not counting the options and the other stuff that I have. but the thing is, I'm adding a little bit here and there as I need to, and then like once one of the ones I got a lot of, I sell at a profit. And this one here, it's kind of not fair. Robinhood kind of screwed me because see, this one's Spectrum Pharmaceuticals. I have one share of that one, but they're not letting me trade. They just took it and ran off with it. See, I tried to do trade. It's like plus minus negative positive zero, but like they're not letting me do anything with it because they just discontinued the stock. It's kind of weird, but it kind of is what it is. But I just kind of be humble and I accept it. It's like whatever it is, what it is. Like yeah, I just gotta do what I gotta do. Like I gotta be humble. Like they take it sometimes. Can't do too much about it. Just gotta accept it. Yeah, it's kind of weird sometimes, but you just kind of gotta do what you gotta do. It sometimes is what it is. I think I might just in case add a tiny bit more to the BITX thingy. BITX, that one's sometimes worth it to add some more. That one controls kind of like Bitcoin, but it's twice leverage type deal. I have some of that, and I usually like to add some more. I usually like kind of like easy profit to make. So like randomly, I like add like random amounts to that. But on top of that, I like to do cash secured puts on this one. Like this here, you could pretty much collect free money. Bitcoin long term is gonna go up like crazy. So like easy way to collect free money on this is that you go trade on this and go trade options. This is just an example. I do a lot of this. And I make lots of money like this, but this is just an example. Like for example, by November 7th, you could collect free money. You just gotta make sure you have enough collateral. But you could pretty much collect free money with this. Let's see. Do you do live options for us? Follow. Do you do live options for us? Follow. Live options. I do live trading in the morning. Once market opens, I do my live trades. I do everything. I do options. I do some crypto. I do like normal stock share purchase stuff. Like I do everything. A mix of everything. But this is I'm showing you an example of like how I made like a lot of money, like even with this specific stock itself. So I go sell put. It's called a cash secured put. So right now the price is going for $50.70. For example, you say you want to do this contract. You want for example, say we'll get the 47 put contract. So go click on that. Go sell. So for this contract, you pretty much need like what do you call it, $4,534, like to do this contract. Like if the 4,700, pretty much you need $4,700 to do this contract. So by November 7th, if you do this contract, then you could change the price here. You'll collect $166. So if the price, the what do you call it, BITX price won't reach the price, that's like free money. You collect a premium regardless. So you could just pretty much make money. Right now it's market's closed. You can't really do that one, but you actually could change that price and make a bigger amount. You could do like 1.80. You could collect a bigger amount. Sometimes it fills. So like you could collect $180 by November 7th if that stock doesn't reach $47. So for me, I made a lot of money on this one specifically and a whole bunch of other ones. But this cash secured put, it's pretty much like free money. You're insuring to buy somebody's stocks for a certain price if it reaches it, and then you get paid for it. And most of the time, it doesn't reach it, and you just get to collect this free money. Like it's kind of like a cheat code for the stock market. Just collect free money. All you need for that trade is $4,700. You could do that one. But the thing is, if you don't think it's gonna go down, you could do even a better trade. Like for example, you think it's not gonna go down, so like a lot, you think it's gonna go up, so you could just collect free premium by just selling a put that's closer to the price. So you could do this, and you could collect like change the price to like 300. Over here, will collect $283 by November 7th type deal. Let's see, Nick Goldstein. Do you do live options for us? Follow call option. Yeah, these are call options. I'm just kind of showing examples of some stuff that I do, because some of you guys asking about it, but like that's kind of like free money, these cash secured puts. Like you got to be approved for Robinhood. Sometimes if you go trade options, for example, if you're in this one, you click trade, then you click options. Sometimes you're not approved. To get approved, you click on it, then you go through your application thingy, then you're approved, and then you can start trading options. But that's like with the options, you could pretty much make a lot of money for free if you do it right, and it's less risky than actually buying the stock because you get paid by getting into the stock type deal, you know. So I do a lot of that. Like so, like while I'm doing some trades, I'm collecting some pretty much free passive money with these type of trades that I just showed. So I'm collecting free money, and meanwhile I'm doing other day trades and swing trades and other stuff. So like a whole bunch of mix of like everything is pretty nice. So like that's kind of like what I'm doing, and that's exactly kind of like what I have in my positions. I got like cash secured puts, I got leaps, I got like covered calls, I got like these are all options. I got a whole bunch of kind of like what I explained what I do. I have a whole bunch of this here, and I made like consistently make money like that with especially the cash secured puts. It's like very easy. It's like pretty much free money. Like I don't know how like nobody else knows about it, but it's like pretty much collect free unlimited money, you know, type deal. And I've been doing that for close to like 2 years. I started last year, like in February, so it's like pretty easy. Let's see. One trade live, do you only use Robinhood? Because that's what I mainly use. Yeah. For now, when I trade, I do mostly use Robinhood. When I trade live, uh, I mostly use Robinhood for right now. But I do have Webull. I do have Webull and I do have Moomoo. But I mostly when I do live, I mostly just use the Robinhood, which is this one right now. But I do have other ones. But for the live, I use this one. But I've been doing some live recordings like recently because like I have a little break from work and I'm starting work back on Monday. I do construction, I do tile work, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to fill in. I'll try to do at least a little bit, you know, of the like streaming, but like I'll see what I'll be able to fill in type deal, you know. But definitely I'll try, you know, like this one, I said that SoFi is a good one. I have quite a bit of that one. I'm trying to add a tiny bit more. This one in the shares, like see, I got 111 shares of SoFi. That one's gonna be going up like crazy. I'm keeping on adding more and more to this one. Even if the market's closed, I don't care. Like I don't mind. I still keep on buying some more because for me, like my prediction, like I'm not 100% right. So sometimes market could do its own thing, but I think it's gonna go up, you know. And for me, it's worth the risk, you know, to invest what I think it's gonna pay out in the long term. So far, like I've been doing pretty good, and so far I'm profitable. So if you see on my portfolio, that's when I kind of started. See, I'll show you like when I started. I kind of started. Let's see. Over here I click all time. See, I started like last year. It was like sometime last year I started. Like I didn't do that good. I was trading on a different brokerage. It went down some more, and then like I started doing using more of this one. I like switched to Robinhood, and like I started like doing better. And then I just started to go up like crazy. See from here, just started going up, going up, going up, going up, and then like right now consistently like it starts climbing up like fast. The more I trade, the faster it goes up type deal, you know. So yeah, and this is recently. If you click at the date here, it's not that far. See from when I started using the Robinhood from here, it's like April 15, 2025. So from April 15 like all the way to here, I made that jump, that spike, and I keep on consistently doing that. So but yeah, most of it right now is like I'm using Robinhood. So and all my like profits I made, it's all recent. Like I'm showing you here, I could show the take home. So these are the take home money I made. See over here it says past month doing what I do, these trades I made like I sold at a profit, $3,174, 42 cents. That's this month I collected. I sold at a profit and I put it in my pocket. Year to date is 5,689. That's since April because I started pretty much trading since April. So over here, if you click on 1 week, it's not much for 1 week take home, 609. For a month take home profits is 3,174. And for 3 months it's 4,649. So like it's like I just recently started like doing it on Robinhood because I switched from Webull to Robinhood, so it's like kind of recent stuff. But I try to like trade as much as I can. Like I said, this is I do for fun as a hobby, like as a side hustle type deal, make a little bit extra on the side. Because my main job is I do construction, I do tile work, I have my own construction company, so I do that. But this one I just kind of do for fun a little bit, you know. So that's kind of what it is. But like I tried to get into some more. I tried to dollar cost average into this one. Like I said, I'm going back, starting my like to continue work on Monday. So I'll try to fit in some live stream, but like it's gonna be kind of harder right now since I'm getting back into the physical work type deal, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna add some more of this one. I made some poor man's covered calls on this one. And like if the pay package for Elon Musk will go through, this one should go up like crazy. Like if Tesla's gonna go up 20%, this is twice the leverage. This one's gonna go up 40%, you know. And I have like 205 shares of this one, so I keep on adding more. So hopefully the Tesla package for Elon Musk will go through. That way the stock's gonna skyrocket like this one itself. So I'm just kind of adding a tiny bit more like to this one. For me, it's definitely worth the risk. You know, everything in the stock market is a risk, but sometimes if you don't take a risk, you don't reap the reward. You know, like sometimes you just got to take the risk. You know, and for me, it's kind of worth it to do it. You know, because sometimes people don't take risks and they don't get anywhere in life at all. You take good, like educated risks, and then you do pretty good. You know, it just if you're kind of safe about it type deal. You know, it's kind of like what I try to do. I try to kind of be safe about my risk taking and trading type deal. Gold for the long term, that's an easy trade for me. You know, you won't make crazy amounts of money on it, but it will still keep on going up. With my prediction, it should be about like 20-30% higher from where it's at right now. You know, like anything could happen. It could be wrong, but that's my prediction. And so far, I've been right on the gold stuff. You know, so that's kind of pretty decent for me. I think I already told you guys the plan for Walmart. I'm waiting for this one to go down to like $100. I'll get into it. And if it goes down to like $97, I'll probably do a whole bunch of like leaps contracts, even like call options that expire in like 3 to 6 months, and you could make easily thousands of dollars in like maybe a few days. You know, once you get in at the right time. So that's kind of like my plan for that one. Waiting for that one to go down a bit more and then just skyrocket back to the top where it came from type deal. So that's my plan for that one. Lyft, like I think I already told you guys, I'm adding more to this one. This one, I think my prediction should be like a $30 stock within now and like 3 months. So I have options in it, so I don't have too much shares, but like a little bit here and there, I am adding to the what do you call it, to the stock itself. You know, so I'm betting on this one to go up. So this is like a for me personally, it's like a no brainer that easy money to make type deal. So I'm doing that one. Navitas a decent one. I made quite a bit of money on this one. I'll probably add a tiny bit more. Like tried to sell at the top and I tried to buy at the bottom. Right now it's kind of like in a in between range. Like, but it's for me it's worth to get like a tiny bit more. You know, dollar cost average a little bit for me. It's worth it. And then like I try to see what else is kind of worth it and add a little bit to Tesla. I added a tiny bit. Uber's a decent one. Like just a little bit ago, it was like $90. Starting to go back up. I think in a little bit, this one's gonna reach $100 in like probably a few days to like a few weeks. Like short term, it should go up. So I'm probably add a tiny bit to that one. For me, I think it's worth it. Definitely worth it. You know, there's a whole bunch of stocks that are just a pretty decent buys type deal. And for me, a tiny bit in that one, I think it's worth it for sure. Let's see what other one. This one I have quite a bit on. I might keep on adding to that one. Um, Maybe add a tiny bit, just a small amount for now. But yeah, it's like I might do some more queued what do you call it, buys for the stock market tomorrow, but like I'll see. I'll be going to church tomorrow, so I might do some. I'll see how it goes, you know, because these things are like these live streams are kind of spontaneous, and I try to record what I do, so I do it on YouTube. And if somebody like could see what I do, if it works for me, it could work for somebody else, and it's like a double, good thing, like it's like killing two stones with one bird, that's pretty decent, if you hit two stones with one bird, and that's a nice deal right there. The like, don't hurt the birdies, hurt the rocks, you know? Oh, nice, nice. Just about to drive somewhere else, someone on Uber right now. Yeah, Uber's a very good like deal right there. Out here supporting the stock growth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Eric. That's awesome. That's cool. Get some more of this one for sure. Hell yeah. That's awesome stuff. That's good stuff. Hella good stuff, man. Two stones, one bird. Yeah. Yeah, because I feel sorry for the birdies, you know. Stones, they don't feel anything, you know. They'll take the hit, you know. Don't matter if they die. Oh, that's funny. Maybe I'll add a tiny bit to the Shiba. Add a lucky seven to it. Hell yeah. Fun stuff here, man. Let's see. TTD. What do you, Vince? What do you mean by TTD? You mean, is that like TD Ameritrade, or is that something else? Like, or is that like a company that you're trying to find? TTD. I'm not sure what you mean by TTD. Oh, trade desk. I see. I'm gonna add that one. Actually, I want to take a look at it. So that one's fell. Let's see what the story is about that one. Let's see. Go to 1 month. Go to the advance ticker. Okay, I see. Okay, this one. From looking at the chart and Bollinger Band, like it went down a lot, but like I gotta Google more information about it and see what it does, and like what are the expectations from it and what it's expecting to do. I gotta do more research on this one to know exactly what it's gonna do and if it's gonna be profitable. I think it will be, like roughly guessing, but kind of right now it's hard to tell. You know, just to sometimes what I do just to kind of keep track of it, I add a tiny bit. Like for example, I'll add $10 to it right now. Then if it goes down farther, I can see this $10 bill will turn into an $8 bill. And then on top of that, if I see that it does good and it's gonna keep on making good profits, I could add a lot more and then, you know, ride the wave back up. But for now, I can't really say too much about it because I wasn't in this one yet. But I just right now queued in $10 just to kind of keep track of it, to follow it. So I'll have to do some more research on that one. But like I couldn't say exactly if it's gonna go up or down. From the chart, looks like it will start eventually going back up. Not knowing too much about it, I like just looking at the chart deal. I think it is gonna start moving back up here shortly because the Bollinger Band is like on the very bottom because that's one of the main ones I use. You know, so and then if I change this one to like a 4 hour type deal, it'll make it kind of more detailed. But yeah, I think it's gonna keep on going up. It's hard to tell at this point because I don't know too much about the company itself. I added some to it, like I bought a tiny bit right now. I have it queued for market open, but looks like it should be a decent one to try out type deal. Tyler Williams, have you downloaded TradingView yet? Oh, I forgot. I remember like we were talking about it. Like that's one thing I forgot. I gotta do that. I'll probably try to do that before the next market open. Definitely gotta make sure not to forget that one. Because like I recently like got my new like iPhone 17 Pro Max. That's actually the one I'm recording on. So I was doing all the setup this weekend, and like right now I'm recording on it. And it, oh nice, highly recommend. Yeah, I'll definitely download that one. I just forgot for some reason. That sucks. I forgot. I'll definitely download it. But anyways, like I was like I ordered my iPhone like Pro 17 Pro Max. I was waiting over a month to get it. I finally got it like yesterday and or day before, and like I was setting it all up. Right now I'm recording. I'm recording on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, so hopefully it's kind of working. Man, that's funny. But yeah, I wanna download the Trading View. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the Trading View is a lot better for charts. For charts, it just kind of sucks. I kind of forgot to download that one. But yeah, these are like the biggest ones I'm betting on short term is the lift. This one right here, I keep on adding to. I think it'll be $30 in like a near future. The lift. Let's see the SoFi. I'm just showing the ones I'm like very bullish on, like kind of short term, and kind of long term too. SoFi, I'm very bullish on short term and long term. I have a lot in this one, like stocks and options. So I'm actually buying some more of this. Like I keep on dollar cost averaging, very bullish on this one. And then the Tesla for kind of like the long term, for the long run on the Tesla, the leverage, the more riskier one. On this one, I kind of keep on adding a lot more. See, I already have over 200 shares, 205 shares, and I keep on dollar cost averaging and adding some more to that. So I'll probably add another $7 to what I got. So that's a decent one. Oh, do you like ticker bull? Yeah, that's for Webull. I like that one. Actually, I started adding a little bit to that, like, because I also use Webull as a brokerage. I don't have much on there, but I do use it. I do have some on there. Yes, I like it. So yeah, I do have Webull. I started because I think Webull could kind of do almost something similar to what Robinhood's doing. Let's see, because they have so much stock, sometimes it's just faster for me to actually search it than to see it in my portfolio type deal. But yeah, I have some of it. I started to add a tiny bit, like actually made some profit. I did some short trades. See, right now I sold at a profit. I put $1 back just to kind of keep track of it, and it started to go down. See how like the dollar turned into 99 cents or whatever. So I'm in it, and I'm gonna actually keep on adding on to it. I think this one has a potential to do the same thing like Robinhood did. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that big of a scale, but I think long term is gonna keep on going up. Is gonna kind of continue doing kind of like what Robinhood's doing. So I'll probably continue kind of adding on to that one. Even like for right now, like I'll add like $10 just for the heck of it to be queued for market open for Monday. I think it's like a decent buy. So yeah, long term I think it's good. Short term it could go down a little bit, could go up. It'll do its thing, but like long term, like a year from now, I think there's a chance that'll be more than doubled. Like a year from now, that's kind of like me like predicting kind of common sense and looking at what it does, what it's doing, and what Robinhood did. They're kind of competing. I don't think this one will be like quite as high, quite as valued, but I think it's on the same path, trying to be on the same path. So I think it is good. There has like quite a bit of growth potential, So definitely worth it, to put some money in and invest. That's what I think. I'm kind of adding a little bit in dollar cost averaging. I think it's definitely worth to do type deal. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. So yeah, just keep on adding whatever I can, and like make whatever tiny little returns, tiny little profits as much as I can. So I think I showed you guys I'm kind of bullish on the SoFi, the Lyft, the Tesla leverage. This one's more risky, but like I said, it's depending on how it goes with the Elon pay package that's about to go through. So if that's gonna go through, Tesla stock itself could go like 20% higher. So if it goes 20% higher, this leverage play, the TSLL, it'll go 40% higher because it does twice what Tesla does. So yeah, it'll be insane. But the thing is, at the same time, the thing is, if Tesla goes down, if the pay package doesn't go through, something goes wrong, this Tesla could go down 20% roughly. So if Tesla goes down 20%, this one here will go down 40%, because it's twice what Tesla does. So it's a bigger risk, but for me, sometimes if you don't take a risk, you don't get a good reward. For me, I think it's worth it, and I made quite a lot of money on this one just by like rinse and repeat, like continuing like buying low and selling at a profit. So for me, it's definitely worth it. If it does go down like crazy, that's opportunity to put a whole bunch of money in because long term is gonna go up like super crazy. So for me, this is kind of like a no brainer play. You just if you have like a plan around a company. You have a plan, whatever, just in case what's gonna go if it goes up, and then you have a plan just in case if it's gonna go down. If it's a good company, double down, and then eventually it's gonna go back up. That's kind of like my plan with this one. Thank you, man. I'm going to add this. Oh yeah, yeah. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Tyler. But yeah, I just recently made some money on this one, and it's a risky play, definitely a risky play. But sometimes for me, it's worth it to take a risk. There's kind of like little plans here and there. So plug thingy, I have some of that. That's kind of like a risky one. It's like a in a power type deal. I have like some options. I'm down a little bit on, but I also have some shares. Not a lot of shares. This one might be good, like from the price where it's at. Like it might like short term. It does some crazy stuff. I made like a lot of money fast, but it's kind of risky. Uh, I might add to the shares of it. Something like I wouldn't advise for somebody to do that. Something that like I'll do myself. Like I don't mind risking. You can make a lot of money fast, or you can lose some money. But like I'm not too much invested in it, but I do have quite a bit in that one. AMD is a decent one. AMD, I have a little bit. I keep on buying and selling at a profit with this one. See, I just recently sold it at a profit. I bought $1 worth of it back just to kind of keep track of it. It's starting to go back up. So this is a decent play for the long term because like this one AMD in a year from now, this one's gonna be like just my prediction. I'm not advising, but like it's gonna be like over $300. So like a year from now, like almost a $50 move. That's not too bad. So pretty much whatever you have in it, it's worth it type deal. That's for the long run, I'm saying. Because in the short term, this will keep on going up and down. There could be dips, like quite a bit of dips and everything. But I'm saying for a long term, like a year from now, I think my prediction is gonna be over $300 just for this one stock. So like I'm making money on the short term, doing some day trades and some swing trades, but for the long run, I see this company being over $300 in a year from now. So for me, that one's definitely worth it. Um, let's see. This one's worth it. Like you know how the U.S. is having problems with China and rare earth stuff like that. This is a good one to have. That's a company that deals with the rare earth stuff. And I have like a call option on it. I did made some money on like some of the poor man's covered call stuff, collected some premium and all that type of stuff. It might be a worth it one to do. I have a little bit in it, not much. I keep on adding some more in it. Here and there type deal. But yeah, NMG. Let's see this one. I have a little bit. This one's more of a risky one. I put quite a bit in it. I'll probably stop adding to this one, but it did start going up, so that's a good thing. Let's see what my average price. So see, my average price is still lower than what that is, but I didn't get too much of that. So this one's kind of like a more riskier one, but like it could do good. Like it's kind of like so like I have a mix of like somewhat risky stuff and somewhat like very safe stuff. But for me, it's worth it. Everything kind of balances itself out if you do the right amounts on the things that you trade. So this one I have some the NMG, the Novu Mondu Graphite, whatever that is. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting on that one to collect more profits on it. Amazon long term, I think that's a good one. Let me see what's. Oh, NVIDIA. Do I have any NVIDIA? Okay, I'll go back to Amazon. NVIDIA, I did have it before. Right now I don't have NVIDIA. For right now, I could do the NVIDIA search to see what it's doing. I used to play NVIDIA. I made so much money on NVIDIA. Right now, I'm out of it. I don't have it right now. So if you see, I don't have it right now. But for sure, NVIDIA is a good one. Long term, it's gonna just keep on going up, and especially if you see from where it's at. You see that price range over there. You see like 195 at the high. Right now it's at 186. Eventually, it will hit that price. They usually come back to their highs, so it will for sure hit that price again. So that's kind of like a no-brainer to have to play. Like for me, I'll just for the heck of it, I'll have like $10 queued in for market open. I think that's a good one. But for me, let's see. I grabbed a few shares back when Trump dropped mark in April. Oh, nice. You got a good deal. I want to average in, but I don't want to mess my average up too much in 3.8 shares at 110 average. Well, you got a very low average. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Thank you, Game Chain. Good stuff. Keep it up. That's awesome. So yeah, NVIDIA is a pretty good one. I made a lot of money on that one. So right now, what I'm doing, so I queued in some for the NVIDIA, but right now, what I do for NVIDIA, because I did make a lot of profit on it, like a lot of profit, like thousands. I actually made money on it going down, and I bought puts on it going down, like the times when it went down like crazy. I made lots of money on it, both directions, up and down. I was able to pretty much predict it like 99.9% exactly what it was going to do. And I did pretty good with that. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing this one. For me, that's in my eyes, the Nvidia semiconductor. I started doing the rinse and repeat on this one because recently NVIDIA invested multiple billions of dollars into this company. So I think they're like partners. NVIDIA invests into Nvidia semiconductor, and that one, helps with the chips for NVIDIA. So it's kind of like between the both of them, they're kind of causing a infinite money glitch to where they're gonna grow each other like crazy. And this one, because it's a smaller company, is gonna grow a lot faster, a lot higher. It's kind of like a new Nvidia. Just in my eyes, it's like a baby Nvidia. Because if you look at the price, look where it was, and I made money. I made profits. I caught some of this move. Look, went all the way from over here from a low like just recently, like $8 to right now, like the high of $17, and they caught a lot of that move. Like I didn't bet too much, but in my eyes, this is kind of like the new Nvidia. They're partners. Nvidia invested multiple billions of dollars into this company just recently, so that's why I'm just kind of adding more to it. Like, I actually made some rinse and repeat. I put money in there. I sell it at a profit. It go down a little bit. I add some more. See, right now I started adding a tiny bit. I just recently sold it at a profit, and I started adding more. So it's in the profit a little bit, not by much, but I kind of dollar cost average into that one. But for me, like that's why I stopped playing the Nvidia play because I made thousands on that one. I bounced back to this one because this Nvidia is supporting this one. And in my eyes, this one's gonna be kind of like the baby Nvidia. It's gonna be going up like crazy. That's like my prediction. Like I'm not guaranteeing it's gonna happen, but like that's kind of like what I think type deal. So I'm adding a little bit here and there. Obviously it's the stock market. Nothing's 100% guaranteed, but I just do what I think is right, and most of the time it like does what I think. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I did. It nearly doubled. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm pretty heavy into ULTY strictly for the dividends on it, weekly dividends, and the monthly is like 2.2%. Oh wow, that's not bad. ULTY, I gotta add that one to what I got. Like just okay, I think that'll be pretty nice. ULTY. I don't have too much dividend plays. A lot of these are like short term to like medium long term type plays, but I'll check that one out. The ULTY. Let's see, ULTY. Okay, so that's not even like that expensive, not that expensive of a stock. But yeah, looks dividend 32.21. Yeah, looks pretty decent. Looks like a good company to invest in. I'll probably definitely add some into it, like have it queued in for market open, maybe a couple shares because it's not that expensive, so I'll probably get like 2 shares of it. Just for now I think might be worth it. And then I'll probably save it to my. I think I have a list of like different type of stuff. All to the. I have the best dividend stocks. I have 7 that's saved over there right now. But I'll add that one to that right now. So like I think it might be worth it. Let's see. Net, but the dividends will net green overall. Nice. I bought a bunch of P PII for their dividends. PLL. Let me see what that is. PLL. PLL is that? Oh, it doesn't find it, or is it PII? Oh, this one. Okay, I see Polaris. So you have some of this for the dividends, right? Let's see, dividend. Yeah, it's a pretty decent dividend. I might buy a tiny bit into that one just in dollars for now, just to kind of track. You'll probably add some more later. Maybe add like $10 to it right now. That's pretty cool. And I'll add this one also to the best dividend stocks. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't have too much dividend stocks on mine. Like it's mostly just stuff that I could like for sure kind of make money by kind of seeing where it goes type deal. But like on my other portfolios, I try to add more of the what do you call it dividend stocks. I think I could show the my stock watch list of the dividend stocks that I got. Let's see. Top stocks to trade. It's a big list. I think best dividend stocks. These are some of the ones I saved. Like I don't have too many of them right now, but these are the ones I have here. Let's see. 4% dividend and is cyclical, so it's gonna rise during rate cut. Oh, nice, nice. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, these are the ones I just added. The ones that you're talking about here. But these are the ones I have like that I had saved for like dividend stocks. I have the SPYI. I have that one. I have the QQQI, that's for the dividend stock. I have the BTCI, that's a dividend stock I got, like SGOV, UNP, SPG, got the WM, got the ULTY, and that's the one I added. These ULTY and this one PII, that's I added right now, but the ones I had before is the one I mentioned, the one on the bottom. So those are pretty decent. Oh, AMD, like I could see what the AMD will do. Let's see, HIMS went on a huge streak. Same with Hood call option. If you got in those April, man, they hit on day on 1 to 2,000. Wow, for yearly contracts, it was insane. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, Marcus. How much it went up. Yeah, I did some plays on the what do you call it? Like on the hymns. I did the mostly I did the cash secured put. So I collected premiums. So I didn't do the risky thing where I did the call and it went up. I did like the premium. I did the cash secured put and I collected some premium. So it wasn't that big of a thing, but yeah, that's pretty nice how like high it went. Okay, Abus, you're asking about the AMD. I have a tiny bit of AMD. Let's see. It's probably because I have so much stuff. It's easier for me to just search it real quick here. But I do have AMD, and I was just talking about this just a little bit ago. I sold this at a profit. I started to buy back a tiny bit more, so it looks like it keeps on going up. Like for the long term, I think this stock is gonna be like over $300 in like a year from now. That's just my prediction and just kind of logically thinking. Short term, it's obviously gonna do its thing. You know, it could go up a little bit, then it's gonna go down. You know, it's gonna do its thing. But like long term, it's very good. It's a very good stock. It's gonna keep on like going up like crazy. In a year from now, like $300 stock, that's easy. Like for me in my prediction. Yeah. So like yeah, I'm adding a little bit here and there, like what I usually do. Like once I sell at a profit, and then like I usually start buying back a little bit more to kind of see what it does. You know, even like tiny small amounts, sometimes it's worth it. You know, because you don't want to go too crazy super fast. You know, and also you want to make sure you have some collateral, like so you have some dry powder, some money left for if the market tanks like crazy, if the market tanks like crazy, you got to make sure you have some buying power to catch that dip, because sometimes those dips, those downfalls, they don't last that long. You got to make sure you catch that. You know, once the market dips, it goes down. You got to make sure you collect the profit. You buy into good companies. You know, you buy the NVDA when it's down low, the Amazon, the Netflix, the like Meta, all those, like especially if you see them down super like down like crazy, that's you just go pretty much all in and just ride the wave up. But I usually dollar cost average though. But yeah, it's definitely a smart thing to do. Like invest, buy like good companies still just in case, have some dry powder, some buying powder that you could invest into some stocks when they go down, because sometimes the market tanks, sometimes the market goes down quite a bit, and you gotta make sure you could actually put some money in, because that's the time when millionaires are made, like when market crashes and stuff like that, recessions. If you have some dry powder, if you have some money to put in, you put it in there, ride the wave up, and you're like way ahead, like crazy hell ahead type deal. So it's like a simple strategy, but it always works. It always works. have some money just in case, some dry powder, some collateral, some something that you could use to buy when everything's down type deal. And usually when the stock market goes down, I usually don't care because I just buy more stocks, more companies at a discount, and then ride the wave up. That's kind of usually what I do. AMD, smart, a lot of opportunities. Oh yeah, hell yeah. What's the call on SoFi? Where you from, bro? Oh, well, like where I'm from originally I'm from Russia, but like I moved out of Russia when I was like 4.5 years old. But I'm in Washington right now, so yeah, and I lived most of my life here, and I'm naturalized. I'm a U.S. citizen, so I'm an American. I'm a flippin' humble American, sort of, kind of, totally. Well, most of my assets are in this. I do have the Webull. I have like in this. I showed you everything I have in here, but like I have the Webull app. I have a little bit on there. I have the Moomoo app. I have some on there, and then I got the crypto.com. I got some crypto on there, and then I got what do you call it? Coinbase. So I have those. But like for right now, I'm mostly like playing around and trading on Robinhood. It's not a big portfolio, but the biggest one I got. I'm just kind of like a side hustle type thing. Like kind of doing it for fun and collecting some extra side money. Doing what I do type deal. Kind of for me, it's kind of interesting to play around with the numbers and the companies and just seeing your money, your profits grow. Because uh, literally just playing around with it, messing around, like it goes up and down. It's pretty volatile, but in general, it goes up. So yeah, it's not that bad, like all year. It's like keeps on going up like crazy. Uh, if I'm on let's see, I have a bunch of money in PSA cards and gold and silver also. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's pretty awesome. So you on margin like right now? Right now I'm not really on margin. Like last year when I started trading, I used margin like crazy. But this year I have the option. I'm on a margin account. Like for example, see I could update the borrowing limit and stuff like that. So if I, for example, remove the borrowing limit, if the market tanks like crazy, I might like make this available and actually use it. See, I changed it right now. So right now, this is on margin. This is what I could borrow right now, like altogether, use the buying power. But the thing is, for me at the moment, it's too risky. If the market's gonna tank, I might actually open it up and use it just to kind of ride the wave up with the max potential. But for now, just not to use it, I change it to just $1 for now type deal. It's kind of safe for short term, and I gotta kind of be able to manage it easier. So I'm kind of, yeah, I changed it back to like a small amount just to kind of be on the safe side. But I do like use margin. Like last year was great, pretty crazy what I did last year. Like I started trading last year like around November, but I traded on Webull app, and like I got a personal loan for like $25,000, and I was playing with borrowed money. And on top of that, I was on the margin account. So I borrowed like 3 times leverage, whatever they allowed to use. I borrowed that. And the funny thing is I made money. I made like crazy insane money being a newbie, being a beginner, and going full margin, playing on borrowed money on the brokerage account, and going full margin on that amount. I like made crazy bank. So I paid the loan off and I switched everything to Robinhood. And right now I'm on Robinhood. But yeah, something kind of like unheard of. Nobody does that. Usually people blow their accounts multiple times. For some reason, like I didn't blow mine. I made money on it and paid the loan off. And right now it's just pretty much not a lot of money, a little bit like small portfolio, but it's at least it's not borrowed money anymore. It's the cash that I earned, and I'm playing with it. It's kind of funny. Okay, how do I get approved for options? To get approved for options, for example, you go trade the stock you want to trade. You click on trade. Then you see where it says options right there. You click on that. So if you're not approved, if you click on it, it'll go take you to a place where to the application where you apply for it. And then just applying for it, you just answer the questions, tell them that you could take the risk or whatever if you're willing to risk, lose money because it is like risky. Then once they approve you, you could start trading options. And if you do the right thing with options, you can make a lot of money if you do it right. Tons. And like I made like thousands of dollars. Like one time I made like $17,000 in a day by trading options. It was pretty risky, but like it was worth it. Full tilt, yeah, for sure, Tyler. Full tilt. Gotta have at least $2,000 in the account and gotta submit info and get approved. Yes, yes. Game Chang is right. Like for the margin, you do have to have like a minimum of $2,000, and you have to get approved. So, and I kind of showed like how you get approved. Like one of the ways is you go click on options. If it doesn't let you, you apply for it. But yeah, you do need more money for that one. You need at least 2,000 to trade with that one. I think they meant margin. Yeah, well, yeah, for sure meant margin. But yeah, like I started pretty risky. Like yeah, borrowed 25,000 last year. I was trading on Webull, and then like I used full margin on Webull, so I was like insane, like playing pretty much with 100% borrowed money. And like, imagine if I lost all of that, I would have to pay the personal loan off 25,000, then somehow pay the brokerage because I was borrowing money from them. So I would have been in so much trouble if I lost that, dude. It was such insane risk, and I was a newbie. I was like a just started trading. I don't know how I did that. That was insane. I was like, obviously God was watching out for me, but like I was like, how? I was like, everybody, whoever I tell, like, dude, how the hell did you do that? Being a newbie and playing with 100% borrowed money plus margin on top of that. I was like, I don't know. God's probably for sure watching out for me because I made that money grow. I made lots of money. I paid off the loan, and I started, just right now playing with 100% my own money. It's not much, but at least it's not as risky right now. Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy, like right now looking back at it, like I don't know how I took the risks that I did. It's just still kind of hard to like think about it, imagine like think about it. I probably wouldn't do that thing again. I wouldn't. It's just so risky. I don't know how I managed to do that. It's insane. Um, So yeah. Do you keep your money in account or do you take some for personal things? Well, for this one, I try. Sometimes I take money out of it, some of the profits, but most of the time I try not to take it out. I just I try to let it grow. Like for right now, like I just recently started doing this on this one. So for right now, I try not to take any money out. I could, but like I for right now this money I try to just let it ride, let it go up like crazy, and I try not to take any money out. So that's kind of like the plan for now. We'll see what happens. If I need to use it, I'll use it, but like I'm not using it right now. I'm trying not to, so I guess we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of playing with it, just a little bit of side money, like side hustle type deal, because I do work, I do construction. This is just something for fun I do on the side. So, and since it's profitable, it's some extra money, that I get to make. So for me, it's like better than nothing for sure. You know, like very risky because I mean, how I started was very risky because it was all borrowed money. But right now, like, it's not borrowed money anymore. I paid all that off and I started trading on Robinhood instead of the Webull thingy. And I still do have Webull, but a small amount. Webull and Moomoo, I still use those. But right now, most of it is on this one. QUBT, quantum computing. This is a good one. This is like in the quantum computing space. I made like quite a bit of money. Like I started adding more money to it, but like right now it's kind of unpredictable. But for the long, long future, like in like 2 years, 3 years, I think this one's gonna be like around 150 $200 stock. That's just my prediction. That's what I think. People think and predict differently. That's just kind of my prediction. I started dollar cost averaging into this one. I made some money where I bought and sold like short term like buys and calls. Right now I'm kind of down on it, but I'm dollar cost averaging into this one. This is for like a long term future type deal. I think it's gonna go up quite a bit. So I'm like adding a tiny bits here and there, dollar cost averaging. I'm gonna add a lot more if and when it goes down a little bit lower type deal on this one. But this is like a kind of longer term future where like it's gonna go. It's kind of like what the AI bubble is doing. Like it's, I think quantum computing is gonna be like the next stage, the next phase. Where they're gonna be like climbing up like crazy. All of them quantum computing companies, and this is I think in the low beginner stage type deal where it's about to start doing that. Like it's about to start popping like crazy. So yeah, like right now I'm little by little getting into it and collecting some money on the way, but I think this one has high potential for like 2 3 years from now type deal. It's kind of like the new AI bubble, but the quantum computing like thing that's gonna start going up like crazy. Super long term type deal. You gotta do research. Yeah, I do research. Like I do read about it and like investigate and whatever. But that's kind of like with the knowledge that like the research that I did, like what I think about it type deal. Like with the knowledge that I have, that's kind of like the predictions what I say, and the predictions when I say the predictions, that's what I predict. That's what I could be wrong. I could do the opposite, but that's just kind of what I think about it, and anything could happen, but like I kind of try to bet on the things that I think will happen, and for some reason most of the time it happens. So I don't mind doing it. Like the QUBT, that's a long term play. So short term it could do whatever. This one I made short term money on. I'm down a little bit, but like I keep on adding money and then like selling when it goes quite a bit higher. So the Archer Aviation, it's kind of like the air taxi type deal. Like in the army, military is using it as well. But this thing's gonna has like crazy high future potential. I'm actually adding and making money on this. I had made short term gains where I bought and sold real quick, and then I'm doing some of the longer term ones on this one. For me, it's like totally worth it. Still risky, still something kind of new, but like for me, it's worth it. I'm definitely invested in this one, the Archer Aviation deal. It's totally way worth it. Like I said earlier, the USAR thingy, the rare earth. Like U.S. and China are fighting for the minerals. China has the minerals majority, 80% of the minerals, and they're trying to do tariffs on each other. So it's like a crazy deal with that. So this is a decent one. Like I started adding more to it. Like uh, pretty decent thing to get into. Like I think eventually it should pop up quite a bit, but right now I'm just doing some queued orders for Monday for the market open. So right now it won't go through, but once market opens, a whole bunch of these orders, once the prices hit and everything, they start executing and filling the orders, and I start getting into a whole bunch of those. So right now I'm just kind of planning and prepping for when Monday does come. I get a whole bunch of these like good prices type deal. So, Amazon. I wanted to talk about the Amazon. Amazon's pretty decent one. Especially right now with like the Christmas season coming around, people are gonna be buying on Amazon like crazy. Amazon, also Walmart is a good one. Like the stocks on these are gonna be going up like crazy, especially with like the long term chart. Like it was kind of beat up, like where you see it was just a little bit ago. That's September 10th, 2025 is like way higher. Look at that. Like it was like 238 like high, and right now it's like 224. So it has where it came from, that's where it's going to come back to and higher. So in the near future, within like now and 3 months, I think between now and like Christmas, I think it's going to hit like 238.85 at the minimal, because good stocks like this one, they usually retrace back and hit where they came from. And this one for me is like a no-brainer. I have a little bit of it, but like I made some fast money rinse and repeat, but I'll definitely add some more to this one. It has like a way more room to go up high like crazy. So I'll definitely add more to that one. I'll keep on adding like dollar cost averaging into it, but this one's like a no-brainer. Like imagine also you could do a leaps on. If you do a leaps, you could do a leaps that go like 2 3 years out, and then like dude, that's like multiple extra like your money on just one leaps. Like easy no-brainer. So like if it does go down a little, because it's still like the stock market can still go down a little bit. If it goes down a little bit more short term, anything could happen. I'll probably might even get a leaps on it. But for sure, like you could add shares to this anytime right now, whether it goes a little bit up or down long term, it's gonna hit that strike price where it was 238 and go higher because long term they go higher. So that's pretty much what I pretty much keep on doing and we'll keep on doing type deal. Like good companies are like kind of like no brainers to add on to and to kind of buy, so that's a pretty decent one. I'll check out some more. I just want to see like what you guys talking about here. Oh yeah, buy some more when SPX drops 6,160 on cash. Oh yeah, that'll be a crazy insane deal. Oh nice, yeah, yeah. I'll try to keep on going live as much as I can, but like yeah, drone tech. That's one I was talking about earlier. But yeah, like I try to do the research as much as I can on the companies that I'm willing to trade. But for sure, like right now, like pre-market, like right now, market's not open, and sometimes just for the heck of it, like I add to the cryptocurrency. I don't have much here on this one. I have a little bit of ETH, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, XRP, and Doge. I just buy sometimes when it kind of dips a little bit, and then if it goes quite a bit higher, I kind of sell at a profit. Especially when markets close, you could just randomly buy some extra, because you could buy and sell and trade this one 24/7. So sometimes I do that. Just add like a random number, lucky number seven. I like to throw those around a lot, so do something like that. But then like that's just the crypto. Apart from this, I do have like the Coinbase and the crypto.com that I have some crypto on. So like that's like some little fun active things that you could do when like markets close. You could just still buy and sell 24/7 with the crypto, which is kind of fun in a way. But yeah, meanwhile, like apart from the crypto, I just tried to see what kind of orders I could get queued in for market open for Monday. And like most of the time I did the same thing last Monday, and dude, like I made so much money like fast, like take home, like it was like pretty nice. Like the orders went in, came in, filled, and everything was just perfect. Uh, Delta Airline, that's a pretty decent one. Like I did like the short term trades. I like sold at a profit recently. Oh, looks like they gave me a tiny little baby dividend. Look, 9 cents dividend. That's funny. I didn't expect that, but like, regardless, I was doing like a tiny little place. I'd like do like day trades and swing trades on this one. So I bought low and I sold like high at the top, collected profit. So I started going back in it again. Right now it's at 199. But like yeah, I'll probably start getting back in it again a little bit at a time, just little digits here and there. But it's funny, I didn't expect the little baby dividend that I gave. It's so funny. I was like, what? Delta Airline dividend is 9 cents out of the small amount that I had on there. It's kind of funny. I didn't expect that. Oh yes, yeah, for sure. That slowly add on pullbacks for sure. That's kind of like what I do. Like if it goes down a little bit, it's a good company. People will keep on flying. Not everybody's afraid of flights. Like not everybody's afraid of flights. So people or heights, flights, heights, whatever. Some people still keep on flying. So it's kind of like a easy stock to buy type deal. You can make some short term gains and stuff like that. It's pretty decent. I'll probably add a tiny bit more just in case I had a lucky number three to it. I think that'll be pretty decent. But yeah, I made like short term money on that one, so I sold at a profit and like getting back in there a little bit. A Delta will pull back to 67.10. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, for sure. But yeah, I got a tiny bit of that thingy. Let's see, and then, like I still like consistently keep on adding to gold and silver. Silver's a decent like stable, metal to buy to park some money in. It never really hurt to add to silver. It's a decent trade, decent buy type deal. And then like also to the flipping, what do you call it? Where is that the GLD, the gold? I always add a tiny bit to that one. I sometimes make even short-term trades on that one, but sometimes like I buy quite a bit. I actually like have quite a bit. Like I got in quite a bit more on like the last trading day because I sold at the top. Like when you look at the chart, like I think I showed you guys earlier. Like I sold everything I had like when it reached $401, and I knew it was gonna go down, so I sold everything over there. Then like I predicted that downfall. Like I was adding a dollar here and there while it was going down, just to kind of dollar cost average. Then I started adding some more like in these price ranges because I think eventually it'll start going up. So that's why, like, when it kind of went down, I started adding some more. So, see, I got $899 worth of this one, so 2.3 shares, and it is going up. So, uh, long term, I predict gold to be like 20-30% higher from here. So, it's kind of like a safe place to park your money if you don't care about the crazy growth, but you know you'll get something better than what the savings accounts give or whatever. This one's definitely easy, like no brainer purchase for a safe spot to park some of your money, even if it doesn't pay a dividend, like in a year you'll collect more money than what you put in type deal. So it's worth it for me. Or easy delta to 64.77 to complete hedge pressure. Yeah, that'd be a decent play right there. Cyber Bling, baby. Oh yeah, Eric. Oh yeah, I remember talking the other day. Cyber Bling. Yeah, I call gold a Cyber Bling. Because it's not physical. You can't put it on yourself, but it's gold. It's Cyber Bling. The same thing with the silver. You guys remember that? It's awesome. I thought nobody's gonna remember what I talk about, but I guess you guys do. That's funny. Yeah, I keep on forgetting Cyber Bling. Yeah, it's my nice, safe Cyber Bling. Hell yeah. Get some more of the Cyber Bling. It's awesome. It's way worth it. uh, I just didn't think you guys like would remember the weird like stuff that I say, how I call these things. Gold is mirror what it did in 1960. It will go back up. Oh yeah, gold will keep on going up. Regardless of where it's at, it's gonna keep on going up. It's a very very good safe play. Silver, like I said, silver is kind of the same thing. The other silver is the other cyber bling, but it's a little bit less safe than gold because it's a little bit more volatile. If you look at it, it kind of goes more crazy than gold does. It has bigger swings, so like gold is safer, but silver is still pretty safe in general. So I keep on adding to that one and sell at a profit when necessary type deal. So yeah, this one's definitely a worth it one, definitely a way worth it one. So I love my cyber bling, my stock market bling. Gotta be fancy for the stock market, so you gotta buy them things, for sure. Like hell yeah, for sure type deal. And that's funny that you guys remember what I talk about. I kind of joke around the stuff that I buy and just have weird terminologies and weird stuff, but like kind of like over here, elf beauty, I just say that I support the elves, the Santa's helpers, Santa's workers, so not to be on a naughty list, I gotta make sure I support the elves, that way Santa will give me like at least half a present, half a gift for Christmas, because I'm not on the naughty list, like I talk about like these stocks in a weird way just to kind of make it more interesting, but I think it's kind of funny. Kind of funny, kind of is what it is. Let's see. I'll look at Apple. Like I just recently bought like an Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. That's actually the one I'm using to record this live this live stream. I'm using my brand new phone I just got a couple of days ago. I was waiting a month for it. I did an order once it got out and just got it a couple of days ago. It was like insane. It was like almost took forever. Apple, I did some short-term trades like buying and selling, stuff like that. So I started dollar cost averaging into that one again. And I'll probably keep on doing that. And I'll buy like $7 worth of more Apple. And like I say, buy the Apple, like 7 apples a day will keep 10 doctors away. I'm healthy enough. I don't need them apples. I mean, I need them apples, but not the doctors because I'm healthy. like bite into the cyber apple, you know, zap me, give me some superpowers, some super talking powers. That'll be all good, all hella good. That's one of the other like weird stuff I talk about the stock market. You know, it kind of is what it is type deal. I want to kind of also keep on doing the queued, you know, buys for the lift. I think lift. I have a whole bunch of calls in that one, but I want to keep on adding more. I want to keep on adding more. Sometimes I throw them lucky sevens at it because I think the lucky number seven just kind of gives a tiny bit more good luck, tiny little dollar cost average type thing. Might be working, might not be, but I mean it's working for me so far, so might as well kind of do that. Even just the mentality, if you think that it's gonna do better and you believe in it, it most of the time most likely does it. You know, sometimes it's just to believe. If you believe hard enough, it'll do what you want it to do. You just gotta believe. You know, and obviously try to do the right, you know, risks, the right like contracts, the right purchases. Obviously, you gotta do everything right because if not, then you know you'll be at a loss. But if you do everything right, it's all worth it. You know, it's definitely all worth it. Oh, this is the one I'm trying to get in. I think this is a decent one for kind of a long term General Electric. I'll probably queue in a tiny bit more of this one just in case. Maybe throw another lucky seven at this. I think is going to be going back up like pretty decent amount. I think for the even kind of like a near future, I think it's worth it. Because if you look at the chart and the thing that's going on with the, you know, power and like all that stuff, look at where it came from. Like this thing has, they only, yeah, it's this thing's about to go up higher, especially winter heating, and the people that are gonna be using the power like crazy, the power grid and all that stuff. I think it's way worth it right now to get into. So I just started to get some queued in orders for that. So I think that will be a very good one. Let's see, applied digital. I think I added some to that. I think that's good. I'll probably queue in some more for market open for tomorrow, just in case. And then there's another one I wanted to look at real quick. Let me see which one was. Oh, Hood. Oh, this is the one I just recently. I had like a poor man's covered call option contract on this one. I made quite a bit of money fast, like very fast in this one. It was a decent one. So yeah, I'll probably throw in a few more bucks in this one just in case for now. But I think once market opens, I might do another like a poor man's covered call thingy on the on that. It was very worth it. It was like very quick money I made on that thingy. It was very good, very decent. Uh, yeah, it's all good times, good things. Like right now, like I said, I'm going back to work on Monday. I'm not sure if I'll be able to live stream. I might try to do maybe like a half hour, maybe an hour, before I drive out to work. So I'll be logging off. So I'll let's see, switch this. Let's see, what should I do here? So I'll be logging off. I'm here. So I'll show you my office. I think you guys seen I've showed you before my office, my drinks, some raw honey, some coffee, some herbal teas, my laptop, my more of my drinks, some pretty nice humble stuff. So I'm logging off right now. Goodbye guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys later.